Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Reggie's Cooked into Life's Lessons. I have, as you see, a beautiful guest with me. This is Mrs. Tatum, Jeannie Tatum. Jeannie, she's an educator.
Hello.
But Jeannie has this wonderful business that is along the lines of the subject that I'm going to talk about today. What I'm going to be talking about first, what I'm going to be fixing today, we're going to be fixing easy peasy potato curry. Easy peasy potato curry. That's what we're going to be fixing. But the topic that we're going to be talking about, we're going to be talking about positive thinking, stress release, tranquility of the mind and the body. And that is along the lines of why Miss Tatum is here. Miss Tatum, Jeannie, she has these beautiful stress jars.
Stay calm, George.
Stay calm jars. Please, you can talk about it. You can talk about it first.
Hi, everybody. These are Stay Calm Anxiety jars that are different sizes, different colors, different things inside, and they're very interesting.
Yes, because we were talking about when she started, jumped her business off. We were talking about people anxiety, stress. People are not achieving their goals because they come home exhausted and they're at work, they can't focus because you have so much on your mind that you're not keeping yourself healthy and you're not keeping yourself productive because of stress in our lives. Now, of course, when I talk about a subject, it comes to me, but when I talk about the subject, I research the subject. And when I research some tips on bringing some tranquility into your life, these are some of the things that came up. Peace of mind, positive energy, stress release, better focus, meditation, motivation, relaxed body, and better sleep. So as we go along cooking this easy peasy potato curry, we're going to talk about different aspects of that. Now, what I had Miss Jeannie do, I had her chop into a potato because this recipe, easy peasy potato curry, we need vegetable oil, we need some medium yellow onions, that's going to be diced, some garlic mince, some curry powder, paprika, cayenne, cumin powder, allspice, fresh ginger, black pepper, potatoes peeled and cubed. That's what she's doing. Some chickpeas drained, in which that's what we're going to do with these chickpeas. We're going to open these and drain these. Lemon juice, some vegetable broth, and some diced tomatoes. Now, they wanted us to use a can, but of course, I do want it to be fresh. So I took and brought some nice, big, beautiful potatoes that we're going to dice up. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to pour the chickpeas into this so that they can drain, which they're doing now. So they're draining, and I'll put them to the side here. Excuse me, Miss Tatum. And so we got that taken care of. And we're going to dice up some tomatoes. I'm going to dice up these tomatoes, and then once I get these diced, then I'll start on the stove. So, like I said, we're going to get into what we were, the relaxation side of things. Oh, good. I can put this down here. Miss Tatum, allow your mind to relax and get away from the rush of daily activities. Start a meditation routine. So tell us about how you lead, your conversation with people when you're selling your jars, please.
Okay, so when I'm selling the jars, and again, these are Stay Calm Anxiety jars.
Yes, I like that name.
I let people know that this is something that can help you stay focused. And what you do, you have to shake it up really good because there's different things inside. Each jar is made very different. There's no two alike.
Now,
So,
is that along the like some people use fish tanks? Is that along the lines
this is a little bit different because you're gonna focus on what's inside, and once you shake it, you're gonna watch it settle.
Oh.
So it's a little bit different from the fish tank.
So and again, it's still about. You said you used the word focus.
Yes, focus.
Yes, because that's where you're going to get the relaxation.
Yes.
And take other things off your mind by focusing on what you have in front of you.
Yes.
Oh, good.
And anybody can use these. It could be a child. It could be a senior citizen. It could be anyone of our age.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can use that. Male, female, anybody.
And you might think I'm a senior citizen, but I'm not yet. Oh. Okay, so here we are. Now how does it affect the positive energy?
When it affects the positive energy is when you're looking at this jar. You want to focus and then think positive.
Right.
And while you're thinking positive, you're looking at that jar as it's settling down, and that's when everything comes into.
You know what? Focus in, because again, even putting this show together. To make sure everything is right, it's 1,000 things going through my head. But it's only right when I slow down. When I slow down and start focusing, and then I'm able to successfully achieve what I'm doing. Now, what I'm going to do, I got to throw something in the stove. So, Miss Tatum, please talk. Well, we're talking about the stress release. We're talking about better focus. We're talking about motivation, relaxing your body.
Relaxing your body. Well, I started doing meditation in the morning. When I get up, as soon as I get up, that's my time to do my meditation. I meditate for 5 minutes, and I just breathe, because that's a big part of meditation, breathing. So, I sit there on the side of my bed with my hands placed in my lap, comfortable and focused, and then I start breathing. It's a breathing process. So you breathe out, you breathe in, you breathe out, you breathe in. And for that 5-minute time, your body is settling down and getting acclimated to what's around you.
That is so smart. And like I said, I researched some of the topic. Anything I'm going to talk about, I do some research. And what you just said is a tip that it gave me. It said to find your own time. Find your own time away from anything else and anybody else, especially if you got something on your head, on your mind.
Absolutely.
And sit and find yourself, gather yourself, so that's when you're going to get your focus and stuff like that. Okay, so I turned the stove on, and I put I have a pot, and so we have our diced into squares potatoes, and so we have this, and I got that on heating. Oh, and of course everybody knows that to make this a little easier, I always put my spices into a little bowl to so that you ain't got to see me spooning them out, so we can keep it in our time frame. So, and I know now I'm going to put, this thing calls for onions. I always do this cheating, so because it calls for diced onions and stuff. And you know I like my green peppers and my red peppers all up in my stuff. So I got it diced up already. We call that the cheating. But we're going to go with that. And in fact, I brought some red onions. It only called for one. You know, it didn't say red onions, but you know, like I said, we always cook to taste. We cook to taste. So what I'm going to do here now, I know the pot is ready. I know the pot is ready. So we're going to dump the onions. I'm only going to use half of these in this pot. Okay, so we dump that in the pot. Now that's half. Like I said, I put half of that because I like a cup of onions is let me see how much onions does it calls for. It calls for well, a whole onion. Okay, so trust me, that was a whole onion. All right. So now we have that in there. I'm going to stir. Now I'm going to dump our spices on top of the onions, because then we're going to let that cook until it's till translucent, till the onions are translucent. Oh my goodness, you smell that, Miss Tatum?
I smell it. It
Oh
smells
my God,
delicious
that
already.
But this is the color that it should go. Okay. OMG. OMG.
It smells good.
Yes, it does. That is the killer. That's the killer when it's smelling like that. Now, okay. I'm not finished because it does call for the spoon of garlic. That lit my nose up too. But, woo! Now, okay, so we got the diced tomatoes. We have the peppers. So maybe the potatoes. So I'm going to stir this some more. Oh
Your beans.
my God, this smells terrific. Oh, now, and of course, it calls for lemon juice. So I will squirt some lemon juice in here. Oh. Now, it doesn't tell me to wait forever, Miss Tatum.
For the potatoes?
Yes, I'm going to pour the potatoes in now because as we see, hold on, I can show you. Let me show the audience. This is what this looks like. Oh my God, you see the steam coming off of it, right, guys?
Delicious.
Oh, yes, it smells fantastic. So now I'm going to pour the potatoes into the pot. Now, I always am trying to make enough for everybody, but this time I didn't go overboard with now what I'm doing here, Miss Tatum, I'm stirring. Oh, whew. So now here we are. This is what this is looking like. This is looking fantastic. Look at that. Now this is where we pour. Oh yeah, this I know what. This is where we pour in the vegetable broth. And I have this vegetable broth. This is when this goes in. And the vegetable broth, how much do we use? 1 cup. We use 1 cup, and here we have a cup. We're going to put cup of the vegetable broth into our mixture. Oh. Yes, yes. We put the
That
cup.
smells so good.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I'm telling you, I love it.
It smells so good.
Yes, and now we're going to throw the chickpeas in there and let all this stuff. We gotta let that cook like that for a couple minutes, and then that's when we're gonna throw the coconut milk in here. Now, what I'm going to do now, Mrs. Tatum. First, let's have you talk about. Let's talk about setting some kind of regiment for yourself to relieve your stress. Like you talk about how you do it when you wake up in the morning, how you relax for a minute.
Yes.
You sit there and you get yourself together so you can get yourself together for the day. But how about when you're done work?
Okay, so I'm an educator, and right now it's very difficult to educate the students. So when I come home, I am super tired because of all the things that we have to do now. This is a whole different thing. So when I come home, I bust in that door, and the first thing I do is I go wash my hands. And then after I wash my hands, I take my mask off and all that kind of stuff. But then I sit down for a few minutes because sometimes I come home, I'm overwhelmed from just trying to figure out how we could educate the kids online and in school. I have kids online and also in school. So it's a lot right now.
So what about a tip for the parents that are on the other side on how to bring themselves down, because you know they thinking about not being at work.
Yes.
They thinking about stuff that they haven't seen in 30, 40 years that they have to teach their children, because the children, because without the teachers being there, the children are looking to the parents for answers.
Yes.
And you know, our kids, they believe in us so much that it's what we say is what goes. So if we're wrong, you know how they say. They say, I seen this one thing where the kid was looking at the parent like this, because they failed on the history paper that the parent wrote.
So you know what? To help the parents. Now, a lot of the, I'm gonna be honest, this is really nice. A lot of the parents come on with their child just to see what's going on, and that's a good thing. I like seeing the parents come on, and it's not a whole lot, but they pop in every now and then just to see what the kids are doing. And we also do that communication thing back and forth. I email, if I call, whatever I have to do to get the parents involved. So it's working pretty good. I have to say, it's just a lot of work, but it's working really good. I like what I do. I'm an educator. I've been educating kids for over, what?
And yes, folks, I am here, but I am on the pot. And so I got Miss Tatum taking over for me. She's my spokesperson for today. And so, and again, the subject matter is relaxing, taking some of the stress off yourself so that you can have a positive way of thinking, because that's how we're going to make a difference in our kids' lives, in our lives. And I'm taking these diced up tomatoes and putting them in the pot with these cubed potatoes and the chip beans and the vegetable broth and the onions and the curry powder, and oh my goodness, if we over here doing it.
Delicious.
We over here doing it. So, in fact, this is what we're going to do, because we have to let this cook for 20 minutes. So what we're going to do, we're going to let it cook for 20 minutes, and then we're going to come right back at you. Reggie's Cooked Into Life Lessons. And we're talking about tranquility, relaxation, meditation. Those are the things that you need to do to focus and be successful with your life. A happy life.
Yeah.
But how long it take that? Because potatoes take a minute, right?
Well, it's supposed to be like 10 or 15 minutes. Well, 15 or 20 minutes right there. But they're not supposed to be boiled into their mash. They're only supposed to come in cook to.
Yeah, not real hard. Not me soft.
Right,
not real
right.
soft.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right. Now.
How much milk?
Well, it says the 14 ounces.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, yes. See, that's how that's supposed to go.
Hey, folks, we're back. We, as you see, we have cooked our dish. Easy peasy curry potatoes. Potato curry. Easy peasy potato curry. Now, what I didn't show you, excuse me, it's either served with rice or this bread called naan bread. Naan bread. So we slice up some naan bread. Miss Tatum, I'm gonna go like this a little bit.
Go ahead.
Okay. So again, I can scoop some. Do you want rice with yours, Miss?
I do.
Okay. It's again, guys. It's served with rice.
Just a taste.
Okay. Yes. The flavor has been smelling out of this world. And I'm gonna put this back on here for my guests, in honor of my guests. But here we take the bread. It's served like this. That's how it's served. We serve it like that. So we're gonna put that on the plate like this. And I'm going to scoop me a little rice on here too. So I can get, I'm going to taste it with the rice. Well, folks, another dish that we cook together. Again, Miss Tatum, most of the time, I haven't cooked a dish yet that it wasn't the first time that I cooked
Okay.
with the audience.
Okay.
So that they can't say, you can do it, Reggie, but I can't. No, we did it together. We're doing this together. And we talked about relaxing and bringing some stability and some tranquility in our lives so that we can be successful. Miss Tatum said that I had a good regimen. She said when she wakes up in the morning, she don't lay in the bed until she got to jump up. She gets up, she gets herself together, she puts her hands on her legs, on her knees, and she breathes in and breathes out and gets herself set for the day with that kind of peace and tranquility. When she comes home, she brings herself together like that. Anybody can have any kind of ways of bringing yourself to some peace of mind from a long day. Or to bring yourself into focus so you can accomplish some of your goals. Now, but she also got them tranquility stress jars that she gets to shake. Yeah. She gets to shake and let me have one so I can show the audience here. Nice stress jar. What do you call them? Calm?
Stay calm jars.
Stay calm jars. Please. Tell them how they can get them, Miss Tatum, please.
Okay. I'm on Facebook. My name is Regina Tatum. And you can come to my Facebook page, inbox me, and I will be glad to answer that. Get your order, ship it right out to you. I deliver or I ship it to you. So
there
you
you
can
go.
just come to Facebook. If
There
you're
you
not
go.
on Facebook, you can go to my email, which is BRI rainbt@yahoo.com.
At yahoo.com. Now, all I want you to do is subscribe to my channel so you can get the next episode. And you know how we do before we say goodbye. The potatoes are perfect.
The potatoes are perfect.
See you, folks.
Bye, everybody.
Reggie's Cooked into Life's Lessons. Goodbye.